Hi, William Hoyne here, and today I'm gonna talk to you about why I like handheld gaming so much. And as for the sponsor of this video, well, I have none. None is great if you're experiencing any kinds of problem and or issues. Use none and get out of many troublesome situations. You'll be able to say stuff like, issues? I have none. Someone comes at you asking for your time. Just use none and go play video games. You're signing up for new life insurance and they're asking you if you have any medical issues. Just use none. None. You don't have it, and that's the problem. So, I have a PS5 and a big TV, and while I do enjoy playing on the big screen, with the years, I realized that handheld gaming is definitely my preferred way of playing, and I think that's why I've been playing so many games on my phone in the past few years. And as shown on the picture, I have quite a few handheld gaming devices. So now I want to talk about why I enjoy it more. I'm gonna try to explain it. We'll see how it goes. So first is one of the most obvious one is I can play where I want. I'm spending like 10 hours a week on commute. So having a device where I can comfortably play games is a huge plus for me. So there's that, but I also like to play video games on the couch, which I can do on the TV, but we'll get to that later. But I like to play in bed too. I remember back in the days, now we're going back a bit, but I was playing Etrian Odyssey in bed at night, mapping those dungeon floors. It was quite amazing. And I ended up selling my DS, my Nintendo DS, and this year I've rebought it with Etrian Odyssey. I made a video about this. I'll link it in the description if I can remember to do it. But yeah, I did rebuy and I did replay it, and I still love it. Etrian Odyssey is pretty amazing. But yeah, my first reason is obviously I can play where I want. I'm spending all day at work on a desk in front of a computer, and while I know that PC gaming is definitely better than playing on a handheld, I cannot come here downstairs and install myself in front of a PC to play video games. This is not something I want. I'm spending enough time sitting on a chair in front of a computer. I don't want to do it on my free time. So, in that line of thought, I'm not a huge fan of the gaming room type of concept. I respect it. I think sometimes I see it and I think it's pretty cool having your room all decorated in gaming with a huge PC screen setup and all that, but I tend to want to be with my family upstairs. Usually my wife will watch her TV shows on the TV, and I can still be right beside her and play my games on my handheld device and still have a conversation and still be in the same room, be together on the couch, instead of being downstairs in front of my PC to play. So the next reason is it's gonna be a boring one, but I guess I'm just used to it. I started gaming in 1990 when I got a Nintendo Game Boy for Christmas, and it came with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Fall of the Foot Clan and Tetris. And this is how I started playing games. I was like 5 years old and I was playing on my Game Boy. I didn't had any console hooked up on the TV. The Game Boy was my only way to play games. And yeah, I guess I'm used to it. This is how I started gaming. And I know it's gonna sound super cheesy here. It's gonna be cringe, but it was actually like an ad for the Game Boy, if I remember correctly back in the days. But anyway, when I'm playing on a handheld device, I feel I'm holding the world into my hand. I feel the world I'm playing in. Let's say I play a JRPG on my Nintendo DS. Having it in my hand, having all the screen and the control right here, makes me feel more a part of it. Makes me like I'm holding this whole world. This whole game is here in my hand. I don't know how to explain it better than that. I know it's cheesy, but this is definitely how I feel. To go into the last reason, I feel that games made for portable consoles, they are oftentimes, not always, but oftentimes, they offer more immediate gameplay because they're made to be played on a short burst. This is not what I do, but I think this is how the devs think of them. Like, the person will hop on the bus, have a 20-25 minute ride, so they want to fire up their PSP or their PS Vita or their Game Boy Advance, and they want to play right now. They don't want to have a 13 minutes long cutscene with a bunch of exposition to the game, because then that would negate the point of bringing it into the bus. So I often feel they go into more arcadey type action games that you can play as soon. You power the console, you play the game, that's it. I feel there's something very instant to those games. And I also feel that since those devices, they're quite a bit less powerful than a PC or a current gen console, devs need to be a bit more creative to bypass the device limitations. And while I was browsing the internet to see if other people were feeling a bit what I felt about handheld gaming, I came from I'm gonna quote it here, I'm gonna read the comment. It's from someone named Pizza Please. It's from Game FAQs, and it's from 9 years ago. But I was reading that, and it was exactly what I thought, said it in better words than I can use on my own. So here it is. I'm gonna read it and I'm gonna show it on the screen. Okay, let's go. Since handhelds don't have the power of home consoles, games are not required by the market to have hyper-realistic graphics that, when combined with long gameplay hours, have huge production cost. Developing a handheld title is a much lower cost venture, so developers can afford to A. Release games on a more regular basis, B. Take chances on unique gameplay styles, and C. Release a wider variety of style, and D. Sell the games for a much more reasonable price. Now, this last point doesn't apply that much, because nowadays you can just play your games on emulators, which are free, or you're collecting retro stuff, which are super expensive. Etrian Odyssey costed me like $100. It was $89.99 plus tax at my local game shop. So yeah, but still, the point is there. They have to think of more original game. They can take chances because the production cost is lower, and I think all of those reasons makes the portable gaming landscape very, very different from the console or the PC market. Hope that discussion made sense in a way. I love handheld gaming, alright? Tomorrow I should receive my Miu Mini Plus, and I'm gonna do an unboxing. I don't know which video is gonna come up first, so maybe you'll already have seen that video when this one is up, but I cannot wait to get my hands on this. I have an Anbernic RG something, but adding games to that is a nightmare, and the device is just not that fun to play with. I've played the Castlevania GBA on it, the GBA titles, Castlevania. It was fun, but yeah, I cannot wait to get this modern Game Boy in my hands. I should receive it tomorrow. Very, very looking forward to it. But anyway, that was my discussion. Do you like handheld gaming? Let me know in the comment section. Or are you more a PC gamer or console gamer? I think it's all good. I have no hate towards any way you play games. Yeah, I mean, mobile gaming to me is handheld gaming. But yeah, anyway, let me know what you think about that, and I'll talk to you again real soon. In the meantime, go do something else. Go play games. Bye bye.